morning everybody, it's me, Filigree 3, and for today's video I have the process behind my first Hamlet painting. So this piece is on watercolor paper and I'm using my Mijello Mission Gold watercolors with a pretty big flat brush. Right now I'm just trying to get in this really watercolory kind of bright background that I'm going to paint over later. I wanted to use color to represent my three characters, which from left to right are Polonius, Ophelia, and Hamlet. And I'm gonna assume that you've already read the book as I continue on, so if you haven't finished it yet, now's the time to click away. Or skip to the end, I guess. But, so this piece is supposed to, like, reflect the relationships in the story and, like, what goes down. So in the middle we have Ophelia, and she's floating, you know, like, in the shallow stream. And she's holding the flower garlands that she was making, and on her right, her left, is Polonius, who is also, like, the same direction as her because they both end up dead. And, like, so depending on which way you view the piece, you can either have Ophelia and Polonius live, or you can have Hamlet live. I mean, they all die at the end, but, you know, just bear with me. So over that watercolory background, I'm doing my actual colors for the characters, and this is a technique I used to use a lot. If you're interested in that, I have this video here. It's pretty old, so you have been warned, but I did this watercolor drip effect and then used Copics and watercolors over top of it. As for the costuming choices, I looked at quite a bit of, like, actual art history examples of the Hamlet costuming and just, like, paintings that people have done of Ophelia. And I also looked at just, like, medieval costume examples because I wanted to do something new but also kind of recognizable, like you kind of get who everybody is. And I wanted to do a bunch of symbolism things, but, like, if you have a specific question, I'm happy to answer it in the comments, but I'm not going to go into it too much in this video because I actually like to talk about my process a little bit. So now flipping it over, I am going in to work on a Polonius, who, I'm going to tell you, he was really an odd character to draw because, like, you don't really find much art for Polonius. It's either Ophelia or Hamlet or Gertrude or just, like, a main character, because Polonius, well, he does some stuff. He's not popular or appealing in any way, so I just kind of did a definite medieval design. I also decided to make his outfit red, which it was kind of an interesting choice considering that his was the red side. I feel like Hamlet's, like, his outfit's still kind of bluish, but it's a little bit darker, so I'm not really sure what I think about that, but I still feel like it works because just like in the book, Polonius is there, but he's not the most interesting. Now, using a Prismacolor Premier colored pencil, I'm going in and adding the lighting on the characters. And I am using reference for this because I wanted it to be spot on. And this is also kind of like working with that, you know, single, like, I want it to appear like they're all in the same setting, but, you know, you can still kind of choose what the feeling is of the piece by flipping it upside down. So, like, Ophelia, like, the light source is, like, coming from below for her, so it looks really dramatic. But for Hamlet, it's from above, and it's still pretty dramatic, but, like, it's not from below. Dun dun dun! And then if you flip it over, Ophelia just looks, like, really lit up and pretty. Or I think so anyway. Toot toot! As for the flowers here, it was so small that I had to use this really tiny brush, and I wasn't sure how I was going to make it read flowers. So I do end up going in with a gel pen later and actually highlighting those. It goes a little bit against the light source just as far as, like, how it would actually hit, but I really feel like adding the definition with highlights, if it sells the piece, it's alright. As long as you can, like, kind of convince the viewer that it makes sense, it'll be fine. I also really liked this from below lighting on Polonius because he looks mighty evil. Which, he's not really, but he just, like, looks pretty intense. like in the book, I guess, like he's a villain, but not really. And then I have the skull over here, and when I painted this, like, I had in mind that it was going to be the skull from the funeral scene that he's holding, but I think it's just supposed to represent his father now. Anyway, here is the finished piece from the first angle. So, with Ophelia and Polonius up. And then here is the other way. Let me know in the comments down below which way you prefer and which way you think makes it look like a better piece. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you in the next one.